moment. If this a mirage or a chance to fulfill my mission, a river in a dry land, the left is in a lost end, a heartbeat for a demon, a oasis in a strange land. I'm given the balance, but I'm standing on razor's edge now. Look quick, or my life is over. One strike just offend them, I'm out of his field of vision. Don't ask why I'm ready, but I'm ready to strike him down now. I just saw the new stars, there's no time for indecision. A river in a dry land, the left is in a lost head. When the hope of new beginnings burned our feet, now we need it, a heartbeat for a demon, oasis in a siege land. Remind us what we're here for, creating new life, creating rivers in the desert. My heart is a furnace, had a selling my word of conflict. One goes what keeps me going. Take back what I lost to the bosses of greed and fear. Yeah. Don't ask why I'm ready, but I'm ready to take them down now. The time for a new start is constantly drawing nearer. A river in a dry land, the left is in a lost head. When the hope of new beginnings burned our feet, now we need it, a heartbeat for a demon, oasis in a siege land.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Mo Flux Does Not Have a Problem. Today I went to a Collecticon that was near me. Got a booster box of Cosmo Blazer, because honestly this was the only like old school Yu-Gi-Oh! Pack booster veil. I'm not just saying this is a bad set or anything like that, I'm just saying there was like no options in that regard. I think the second oldest set, it was either between Ghosts of the Past 2 and Mavens. No, I think Ghosts of the Past 2 released first. The second haunting. So, it's slow pickings in terms of retro Yu-Gi-Oh! Of course it was mostly Pokemon everywhere. But, well, this came in the mail. That's for later. But I also got, we're not opening this today, a box of D-card. They had a booth. I talked to the people that revamped the rules. I'm not sure if I was per se lied to on something, because I did check the website and double check some stuff. But one of the guys that I talked to, who said he helped revamp the rules and stuff like that, said there's a star deck. For the website, I see no mention of the star deck. First of all, the product page is all about like, jackets and like waifu cups instead of card game, card sleeves, card mats. I know they sell all of those. And it's like, why use products on your card game page, sure, relate it to the card game, but they're not about the card game, if you catch my drift. And then, for a product, we need to have products page, where this is becoming a slight rant. They need to list all the releases. I know they have a card list page, I think they can revamp that too a bit. But at least they have that. That's a good thing to have. A card list. but the product page being about jackets and waifu cups, as a person who's trying to see this as a playable TCG, and the delete the world map, I believe, because I checked the Twitter page too, and I don't see that anymore, which that's concerning as well. Maybe they just threw out this, I don't know what they're trying to do. I mean, I'm not saying I did, from what I talked to with the, like, the people that were in the event, but I did like a conversation, seems like they were trying to make this into something more playable than what it was, like actual tournament play. And I did enjoy a conversation. But what I'm seeing from the V-Card Twitter page and website, we have so much work to do to even make this a thing. And besides a collectible, just a collectible, which is fine, but like, that's so much work to do. And if you're wondering why that's not in plastic, they were charging $50 to keep it in plastic to quote unquote stop scalpers from reselling it, which, I mean, I appreciate them trying to stop scalpers, but like, you know, some people like to collect stuff and keep it sealed. So I feel like you're pricing out people in that regard. Me, I'm gonna open it. Of course, again, we're not opening it tonight, but like, so it's, and a quote for guys like, if you can open it, what's the big deal? I mean, I like to open for plastic myself. I mean, I saw the guy open it, so I know he didn't do anything to the box, but like, still, I don't, personally, I like to remove the plastic myself. It's one of those things. I'm very particular about my card game, especially since he was, also, they said that you could get 0 for good cards to up to 16. And they say average is 3 to 4. Because what says a lot better than the other. I do think they need, like, some kind of guarantee hits. Again, when I talked to them about what he shows, I expect to say, oh, you expected this and this. But, like, if you just have a booster box and no star deck, at least not available on your website, maybe this one for pop line, that's what the guy was mentioning when I talked to him. I do not know, because the website doesn't say. This has a lot, again, has a lot to, like, do, and, like, need improve and stuff like that. But, again, that's a whole different discussion. But I met Aki. I almost cried. She saw me getting emotional, Erica, and she hugged me, and that really helped me. I had a nice chat with her. And I also met both actress that does Naruto. She was also very cool. Some people will have it go sound like 13 things, and that took fucking forever. And like, that doesn't help because she showed up like 2 hours late, which is fine. You know, things happen, shit happens. But like, when you, like, we've been waiting in line for like 2 hours plus, and then like you have like 13 items you want to get her to sign, it's just like, okay, then it's taking 30 minutes. Like, you know, like, anyways, I don't know. Anyways, besides the point, Cosmo Blazer. Let's open it. This came out when I was in middle school. This is back when I was more rebellious about my interests, because I remember, I think it was after, like, I got, like, a new band Taekwondo, back when I did Taekwondo. And I was picking up a special edition of Cosmo Blazer. Because, yes, it's a special edition of Cosmo Blazer. And, I remember getting embarrassed because one of she was attractive. I found her attractive. But, like, one of the attractive popular, girls in school happened to be at the same Walmart, and I got embarrassed a bit about I was picking up Yu-Gi-Oh cards. But that's when I was more embarrassed and ashamed of my interest, because I got picked on quite a bit about that sort of stuff. ZW Twin Bringer as well. And nice! What about Ultimate Will for, Barho for Firefist Bale. I remember when, Brotherhood of Firefist was, like, a good deck. One of the XC's, Lion King, I believe, is very good in, Luna Light. I don't want it, It's one of those things that it's like Luna Lights. I need to mess around with extra deck a bit. But yes. Hero to Rebones. I just got a reprint. Because not everyone is insane and opening up old boxes like me. I mean, to be fair, I don't think some of the Heritage Beast cards ever got a reprint. I mean, they might have. Tanky. That's also a really good card. I'd take Tankies. Noble Knight Joan as well. But yeah, it's like, I think the latest Battle of Legends was the first time I ever got reprinted. Garbage Ogo. Herpes Twin Hit Ego. That did not get reprinted. Crimson Sunbone. That's what's in the games for the longest time. And this was his TCG debut. Why it took to Cosmo Blazer for that to get printed, don't ask me. Don't know. But it did. Crazy Ham Baxilus and Oppo 7 as a super. But yeah, I really did have fun at Collecticon. And again, I don't mean to. My attention isn't to like downmouth the card. It's like I want to buy a product and I want that card game to succeed because Charlotte seems like a very nice person and I want her to do well. And I did enjoy my talk to the developers, but like, I don't know. It still seems like a very much a massive work in progress. Paxilus again. Bacon, save them. Save our bacon. This is the last set of Zexa 1. The second half of Zexa is called Zexa 2. I don't know why Zexa technically has two animes like that, but that's what they did. Again, don't ask me why. I cannot tell you why. That's above me. AK, I cannot give you a reasonable explanation for that. Okay, Gorilla. Did we really just put first edition number 92? Oh, Dragon Ghost Whale. I'm not sure if that's expensive or not, but yeah. Shoot, hold on. No, we might need to check the value on that one. Hold on. I'm being. What? That's a. What? Hold on. Okay, second time I put Ghost on the stream. I need to open all the boxes more often. Holy sh. Holy. Hold on, let me try. And I can't. Hold on. It's like I'm trying to get for. There we go. That's crazy. See, I miss Ghost Whales, man. Bring back Ghost Whales. And my main Yu-Gi-Oh set. Holy crap. That's the black green from the manga. It's like well, besides the fact that this came out during 5 years, it's just. I mean, it's XOL, but still. Tell by the artwork. Was not expecting that. Oh, that surprised me. That was a jump scale. Slacker Magician. As well. I don't care what I get. I mean, I do care. But I don't care what we get from this box next. That's wild. Wild berries. Wild thornberries. Nigel. Played by Steve. Tim Cohen. Food Prophecy as a super. Man, that was one crack side of a box. You be somewhere else. My ghost whale. Oh, that's insane. Crimson Blade, this was a good call when this was printed. A good level 8. We haven't put an Ultra yet. Oh, not that we would. Infinity Ultra, no, 5D's manga code. I think I don't know where to put this thing. And keep it in flame. I don't know. But I don't know, like this. Sure. Oh, we definitely got something. Hyper Ancient Chalk Megalodon as this, whale. And Anga's King of Noble Knights as an Ultra. Speaking of, getting out Ultras. Tanky, Inari File, and Ancient Beast Volcano, Heroic Beast. We got a lot of that, and now Food of Prophecy. It's like, I feel like we got a playset of that. Man, but double supers are more annoying in this just because, you don't get supers in every pack. But, that happens. For Blackwing. Okay. I don't know weight shields for these other boxes. Not top of my head, not top of my Chrome Dome. So I can't tell you what we need to get. Oh, should get. That is above my knowledge. I do not remember. It's been a bit since I've seen this extra arrow box open. Brushfire Knight and Quick Booster as an Ultra. Okay. In front of the Archer, as I will. Is this our first garbage load? I'm not sure. I don't think we've seen another garbage load. Oh, okay, that's like that. I did not want to open those for a second. Maybe that means, there's something in here. Slack Magician. Brother of a Fire-Fist Dragon. I mean, that is technically something. That is not guaranteed. Oh, shit. Grab more than one time. But I feel bad for the Fire-Fist, because I do remember them being good on some capacity, but like I feel like the Tainted was very likely has been tainted by like, what was it, Fist of a Gadget, when they got a new support, and then that set just sucked in general, and the new support didn't help them at all. Blackwing, Dungas of a Polite. I probably butchered that name. Okay. A Phono Flame Vixen. She's a vixen. Okay, last pack. I mean, I'm gonna be greedy. I'm gonna ask if we can end off with a hull. I think it's faux from the back. Huh. We got well. It's free from the back. Oh well. I mean, I can't complain. I cannot complain. We got 3 supers, 2 ultras, 1 ultimate. Again, I'm not sure ratios, but we got the ghost whale. Which, shoot, I'm gonna look that up right now. How much a ghost whale is. On TCG play. I mean, I'm not sure if that would be big, not big, somewhere between. Number 92 goes well. Heavily, well, that's heavily player aid. I know you can. About $100. Definitely not what the box cost me. Neil meant, well, 200, 100. I'm thinking go for like 100. For Neil merit posts. Okay, cool. Cool. That was fun. Now we're on to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. This guy's set up. Cool. Shoot, it's funny because I went to my friends. We went to a card shop. I bought some Magic cards, and he's told me my pulls are crap. I'm like, hey, I'm going to Collecticon tomorrow. And he goes like, oh, well, I hope your pulls are... Actually, shoot, I'm gonna send him what I just pulled. So, I could be like, you know, I failed at Magic, so I can, walk, one in Yu-Gi-Oh! Essentially. But yeah, I'm not opening all these boxes in one stream. Not that would be too much. I might do a separate stream tomorrow. For the V cards. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. But I want to open at least one of my goodies that I got tonight. Because again, it's not a problem as well. Let me send this to my friend real quick. Okay. Turn on the switch. Would be a helpful great step. You want to turn on switch too? There we go. Oh, do. I'm suggesting that we need to examine the box as soon as possible. A vital piece of evidence is sitting on the shelves and wind banks as we speak. But it won't be necessary. Some little box belonging to a man who died 2 months ago can't possibly be relevant to this trial. The court doesn't uphold your objection, Lone Van Zeeks. Bailiff! Arrange for an officer to go to Baker Street at once. I mean, it's been moved during the time of murder. Obtain the sound box in question and bring it here for further examination. At least we're not flip-flopping the jury. Because that does kind of get annoying after you do like 20 times. We should have report within half an hour. I think perhaps we should recess for a show line to the evidence brought forward. To be hoodwinked by such a farce. Disappointing. I beg your pardon, Lone Van Zeeks? This is nothing but a smokescreen, an opponent's specialty, you would seem. What are you trying to say? My lone friend has persisted with the same line of reasoning from the very beginning, that this witness' intent was to steal an article belonging to Mr. McGill from the pawnbroker. And yet, common sense tells us that none of the articles have value enough to be worth stealing in the first place. Exactly! It would be beyond absurd to break into a place for purpose of stealing such commonplace property. I mean, that's why we need to examine the evidence. If your lordship recalls, Mr. McGill perished 2 months ago, immediately after the conclusion of his trial. A trial in which he was found not guilty. A trial which established he was abstaining from most society's reputation implied, in fact. So I propose a toast to my... First of all, I hate this, because you didn't prove it. Anyways. But all coasters of San Memo Society Pawn were entirely on a black overcoat which just happened to have a music box sticks in one of his pockets in a small box. I assure you, I won't accept even if the man tried to make a gift of such things to me. I mean, we gotta see what's in the box! If anything... drives me nuts. For a prosecution, argument is undeniably compelling. It is a competent of defense now to boast as argument. To explain what possible significance these commonplace articles palm of this fine citizen can have. What I counsel is your argument in fact demonstrable. Are you able to show proof of the dicks or box are intangible related to this case? Well, I mean, I need the box first. What's the matter with them? We know that we were late, don't we? We're both valid pieces of evidence. Yes, of course. You and I both know that. We know Mr. McGill's true character, and we know the dicks is significant, even if we don't know why. But if we explain all that to the court at this point, we had to acknowledge that Mr. McGill's acquittal 2 months ago was a mistake. Which the judge said the prosecution did not have enough evidence to stick the landing. So, I mean, I don't know. If the defense argument was flawed, based on false information, and which we called out where the evidence was falsified, but the judge ruled there's no evidence to support that. This is why this is so frustrating to me.
Oh no! And that would mean admitting that Gina committed perjury. But Jeannie, could it be that Van Zeke knows? So why he's doing this now? Because he anticipate everything? But maybe this could be a great opportunity for us. Sorry, what do you mean, Alice? Well, what is it you always say, Rena? Sooner or later, the truth comes out? Every time? Oh, like significant of the things that Mr. McGill deposited with Mr. Winbank. Something that only Gina can explain to the court. But if I put on the stand to testify about that, it could critically damage our chances of winning this case. Gotta do it. Gotta bite the bullet. What's the right thing to do here? My lord, the defense would like to make a proposal. What proposal, counsel? Well, the court waits for the arrival of Mr. McGill's small box. I would like to call the defendant, Miss Gina Landstrap, to the witness stand. The defendant? To what end? It's to do with various articles deposited in Win Banks by Mr. McGill, my lord. Miss Landstrap has information relating to them. I believe it would be beneficial for the court to hear what she has to say. It would prove the significance of these articles in question once and for all. Well, things are becoming interesting. I presume you'll consider the implications of the testimony you're proposing. In particular, the impact it will have on the accuser's standing, and indeed your own. I have. Lord Vizix, will you care to explain the last remark? I mean, you'll soon find out! The prosecution accepts the defense's proposal. I will move to interrupt for cross-examination of this current witness and hear from the accused herself. Very well, you have no objections. So the court will hear the testimony of the defendant, Ms. Gina Landstad. Your witness will currently in the stand may step down to further notice. Then I should bid you good day. Wait, you so shall remain in the stand with Miss Landstad testifies. As you wish. Alright then, Gina. This time, I know this will be hard, but please, put your faith in me here. Good luck, Reno. The articles that Mr. McGill had deposited in Win Banks upon poker are immediately related with Army Boss' case of a trial which was held in this courtroom 2 months ago. Yes, I remember this young lady being brought before me in that trial as well. That's right, my lord. Her testimony helped to establish the innocence of the defendant, Mr. McGill. The Army Boss' case was intriguing, to say the least. And now, here we are again, the same players in my trial facing each other once more. A twist of fate, perhaps, my Napoleonese friend. Allow me to recap. Old brickmaker was stabbed to death in an army bus running along London's winter streets. Apart from the victim, there was only one other person in the carriage, Mr. McGill. Naturally, he was the prime suspect for murder, but as the trial progressed, another possibility emerged, that the murder in fact took place above the defendant's head on the roof deck, with the body being then dropped through the skylight into the carriage below. It was Mr. Lannister whose testimony brought that possibility to light. At the time of the incident, Mr. Lannister was concealed under a seat in that carriage, hoping to pick the pockets of unsuspecting passengers. And then immediately after the trial, having been acquitted of murder, Mr. McGill died in his very courtroom in the most extraordinary circumstances, being boned to death. A mystery but remains unsolved even now, 2 months on. As DS Volume Cosmo itself. Be that as it may, I recall neither the decks nor the small box from being mentioned because of these proceedings. Miss Landstrom? Will you tell the code now, please? What really happened Volume Bus 2 months ago, I mean? I don't know what you mean. I always said all of what I know. And what about everything you told us yesterday from inside your prison cell? Please, Miss Landstrom. This is extremely important. But remember, little girl, if it transpires that you willingly withheld information of the trial 2 months ago, the Home Office will seek to prosecute you for perjury. Which is way better than mom! And ask you to use our credibility as a witness. Although, let's face facts, you have little credibility to lose. Genie, don't listen to him. Please, you have to trust Runa now. Horace, we're on your side. Alright then. I talk. So I chose Gina. Well, it would seem that my lone friend is helping on bringing the entire courtroom down about his ears, so be it. I must confess that I'm struggling to understand what on earth is happening here. However, it would appear that Mr. McGill's pawn articles in the extraordinary case of Omnibus, help in secrets of which we've been hitherto unaware of. So, Miss Landstrom, you will now give your testimony before the court of the events of 2 months ago. You will reveal the truth. A commentary solely lacking in your original statements. This is it then. Everything is going to come out. Like then Zeke said, this could bring the whole courtroom down by my ears, but as a lawyer, I'm prepared to take that risk. Sometimes you gotta bring down a building, man. The truth is, the Breakmaker Cove was in the cabin of the Omnibus the whole time. When the Irishman dragged me out from under the seat, I saw the decks overflow. All of a sudden, I heard a scream from over me head, and a pill from the roof deck went off to call the slops. That's when Mr. McGill slipped the driver some tin to do a run to the pawn shop about. He threatened me not to snitch, not to say nothing to no one about what I seen or heard. Good grief, this is outrageous! What you just told the code bears almost no resemblance to your testimony 2 months ago. As you say, my lord. Then, there's every chance that I may have adjourned the error, Mr. That's what we were trying to tell you! Anyways, frustrates me. It sounds very much to me as the man deliberately deceived his code, in an effort to cover up the most wicked of schemes. Without a doubt, your lordship is correct. A great injustice was done in this courtroom 2 months ago. The actions of the accused in my trial, of this witness, and my lone friend are entirely inexcusable. Don't believe it. The whole trial was a farce? It was all lies? I do find this bullshit, as Nadaho was trying to say the evidence was also fake. You're wrong, the lot of you, Mr. Nadaho below there didn't know nothing about it. Humbug! I don't think so. Are we really expected to believe that? He was literally thrown into the fire of that trial too. Unforgivable, stop. The lies have to stop. Stop. Yes, the defense made a terrible error of judgment. I intend to take full responsibility and suffer whatever consequences are deemed appropriate. However, it's imperative of the court allows the witness to elaborate on her testimony, because the true significance of Mr. McGill's pawn articles must be brought to light. Very well, my lone student friend. Given the depths of calamity you've just plunged yourself into, this might be well worth hearing. Words have failed me. The situation is utterly deplorable. again, Judge, I mean, I know people in power don't take responsibility, but the fact that Naruto was also like, hey, this trial is fishy, you know, let's slow a war here. And then the judge was like, oh no, we must defend, the prosecution doesn't have enough evidence. Boom, bang. It's fishy. Mr. Naruto. Yes, my lord. I will decide upon your fate following the conclusion of the trial. Again, bullshit. 100% bullshit, but whatever. We had to have drama. Of course, my lord. Blimey, Mr. Naruto. Now, counsel, proceed with the cross-examination. The truth is... Okay, I don't even weed. That's just being extra. And you were hiding in the cabin at the time as well, weren't you, Miss Lestrade? I don't remember what, like in the storage compartment underneath one of the seats. Yeah, that's right. It was pitch black under there, so you can't see nothing at all. Now, in your testimony 2 months ago, I feel certain that you claimed Mr. McGill was the sole passenger, did you not? False testimony, my lord. That's what he told me to say. But it's important that you tell us the truth now. Well, Mr. McGill and the victim acquaintances? I don't know. But I did hear them talking a lot. What were they talking about? I couldn't hear too well. And if I had to say, I think it was about money or something. They kept talking about buying and not buying. Perhaps business dealings of some kind. Well, anyways, they got louder and louder. And then it sounded like a proper fight. I was pretty scared by then. I hardly dared to breathe, and then all of a sudden, I hear a noise like someone kneeling over on the floor. And it was blooming loud and all. And I believe you let an involuntary scream. Yeah. That's what gave me away. Was the dicks you saw this dicks? Yeah, I reckon it probably was. It was right next to the cove lying on the floor. Could the sticks belong to the victim, perhaps? I don't know, but Mr. McGill picked it up pretty smartly. And he set the cove with his belly up on the seat. What did he say to you at that time? He told me not to say a word about what I saw or heard to anyone. About the dicks and all. I was dead scared. The way he was looking at me, I thought, if I didn't go along with that, I could talk about knife too. Man, that would be terrifying. That would be terrifying. And then he started asking me a lot of questions. Like, what my name was, where I lived, and he asked me about being a driver too. But after a while, what happened, the carriage was noticed. Yeah, that's right. There was a kind of rapping nose. Okay, press. Were those two gentlemen occupying the seats on the roof deck, I believe? That's right. We must have looked down through the skyline and noticed the cove with a knife in his guts. And with a scream, the driver pulled the hoses and Mr. McGill got me out of sight. Smart. Outside, well. Back onto the seat where I started off. And once the carriage came to a halt, the two cars from the roof went off to fetch the slops. If they merely left to fetch the police. It would appear very entirely unrelated to the incident. I mean, one should have stayed behind. That seems a bit silly, but I mean, I get it, but both went off was definitely a mistake on their part. Hold on, my friend messaged me back. Give me a second to message them back. So I love, so that left Mr. McGill, the driver, and you still have a scene. Yeah, only the driver didn't know I was there because I was under the seat. I hope the cabin door opened and a voice from the outside. The driver, yes. He would also testify on trial, I believe. A fellow went by the name of Beepo, if memory serves correctly. What did Mr. McGill and the driver say to each other? I don't know what happened, stuff like that, mainly. The pawn shop obviously being wind banks on Baker Street. Just a moment, Counselor. Do you mean to tell me that the driver gave false testimony in that trial as well? Perhaps the excursion to the pawnbroker slipped his mind when he was in the stand. Indeed, Lord Vinzeeks. Maybe, oh, he was took to shop too. McGill took off his coat and gave it to the driver. He folded it up carefully, and handing it over. When I saw him do that, I remember thinking, that coat has gotta be worth a few bob. Yes, Gino's chauffeur must have been more than Mr. Windbank with such accent, wasn't she? I remember her quarreling with him over the price the afternoon of the pawnbrokery. The driver was pretty happy when Mr. McGill flashed some brass in his face and he went running off in a lick. I mean, money is money. Some people do anything for money. Then the Bach truck called me and told me to come out from the Drag's cabin. For I knew how exactly. He told me I'd only be able to scrap him if I did exactly what he told me. Which it could give a false testimony code 2 months ago. Yeah, that's it. And there was one other thing he said, which was, he told me I had to hang on to the ticket for the pawn shop and make sure not to lose it. The ticket? Well, I never. He said if he didn't show up to get the ticket off me before 2 months passed, I go to the pawn shop and pay the money to keep it in long, to stop it from being forfeit. He left me with some brass to pay for it. But really, why on earth would Mr. McGill have done such a thing? Depositing his overcoat with a pawnbroker before the arrival of the police makes no sense at all. There seemed to be only one logical explanation, my lord. Why Mr. McGill had the driver deposit Windbanks was something he didn't want the police to see. If it would be, yeah? Gotta hide that shit. Something very important that he needed to hide at all costs. Anyways, I don't know, my stomach is bugging. I didn't eat that long ago. Anyways, after that he let me go, so I like it before the cops show up. Well done, Gina. It couldn't be easy to tell the truth like that. Yeah. Okay, I did. Yeah. No, I pressed on everything. What do you object on? I don't see like an easy thing to object. Okay, so we need to watch for the backs.
Hold it! Excuse me.
Is this something you like to share with the code? Inspector Gregerson, Mr. Graydon? Inspector, Mr. Graydon! What? Blimey, you trying to give me a heart attack? Yeah, I've been whispering to each other for quite some time now. Tell us, what's the discussion about? Discussion? Where was this from? Put for over one. Sunshine, you think you guys something, I got anything to talk about with a shady gent like this? I have nothing to say to this unclad detective after he deprived me of bad dicks, though it's rightfully mine. But they've clearly been talking the entire time I've been cross-examining Gina. As if they've been negotiating. Thank you, Miss Landstrom. Thank you, Counsel. I've heard enough. I believe now we have reasonable understanding of what actually transpired of our omnibus. It was appealed on that night 2 months ago. A negotiation was taking place on the omnibus. A negotiation concerning the sticks, however, matters did not run smoothly. When the price of ours began to quarrel over the piece, Mr. McGill took what he wanted by force, at the expense of all of a man's life. Which proves my point, the Dix is clearly extremely valuable in some way, but I don't understand why as yet. And 2 days ago, precisely 2 months after the omnibus incident, Mr. McGill's code and its contents were due to be forfeit. I didn't know what I should have done with the ticket. I mean, the code died while his trial. I knew that. So you decided you would try to claim the all because that's your own. Well, why not, eh? But it can be forfeit. Watch out. I mean, to be fair, she had a ticket. Anyway, you can't blame me for thinking about it. Thinking ain't no crime. Mr. Lester appealed that Mr. McGill was prepared to kill in order to take possession of the sticks. Yeah, Charles been more careful of that. In terms of other people might want bad dicks as well. Do you know why that might be? I ain't got no clue. But I do reckon it might be worth a third party blast. He was probably gonna sell it. You can't blame me for thinking about it. Thinking ain't no crime. My lord! 5 days your lordship request has been located and is waiting for code extraction. Mystery litter box deposited by Mr. McGill 2 months ago. There's no doubt in my mind. It's a key piece in this far-reaching puzzle. Okay. To be continued. We play bin mode. What's in the box? So this is for all current question, isn't it? A small box deposited with a palm poker by Mr. McGill 2 months ago. No, but not Mr. Woodbank's mom. But all the shots was touched by whoever broke into the shop. Quick, quick, let's open it and see what's inside. Good gracious, this is no ordinary box, it seems. It's a music box. Wow, if in truth I had an inkling that might be the case. It would appear that the box has a miniature music box movement. Then is it too much to expect? I think it would be reasonable to assume that this is a device for the playback of this dex, my lord. So, we have a means to play back Mr. McGill's decks, deposit on wind banks at much the same time. Now, strictly correct, my lord. It was not Mr. McGill's decks. It was the decks of the victim in the omnibus. But why, for heaven's sake? Are we to understand that the brickmaker was trying to sell this music box decks to Mr. McGill? I believe the answer would be clear if we listen to the music on the decks, my lord. Yes, very well. Let the court listen to this curious decks at last. Wait, my lord. Good grief. What's the meaning of this, expecto? The music box and decks are, they're unrelated to the case. I believe we prove their relevancy. No, need to spoil the somber atmosphere of the courtroom with some silly bit of music. The six may well have motivated the culprit in this case to commit murder. Clearly, there's every chance that it's fundamental opponent to understanding what happened. The prosecution has no objection. But no! That piece of evidence is police property now. You can't... Clearly, Scotland Yard has some vested interests here. But it's policy for prosecution to leave new avenues unexplored. And you, Expector, have no jurisdiction here to prevent that from happening. Ah! No further delays, perhaps. Play the decks. Well, no. It's certainly not what I call music. No. It's just the same note playing over and over again in a rectangular sequence. Mr. Graydon? This really is priceless. Oh, he's shimmying again. After all, my music box is broken. Broken? It can't be, can it? Well, obviously. In fact, I won't be surprised if officer sent to fetch it didn't drop on the way back to the courtroom. Well, with much regret, I feel like the court must accept this music box offer a valent way of clues. Are you ready to move on, counsel? Come on. Yes, alright, that sounds like a vote completely broken, but is it? Could be a clue. Morse code! I believe it could be rather mellowed. Good lord! But how could it be? It's an abomination, counsel. Mere knows. I failed to see how it had any meaning whatsoever. It does sound strange, I agree. But one thing's been bothering me. What? Graydon stands there calling victoriously. And the inspector beside him has a rather tiny expression on his face. As if Gregerson recognized the sound, as if he's familiar with it somehow. And that's making him appear extremely extremely on edge. If that's the sense of defense of an opponent needs for an answer me this. Oh. Just what relevance do you propose this woeful chime has on this case? It's not supposed to be music. Just because this is a music box doesn't mean the sound we're hearing all music. Look at that, the small advantage from Graydon's lips as soon as I said it. I'm on the right lines here. I must be. Making deductions based on how people react to what you say. You're acting just like Joey, Bruno. I mean, I feel like he knows what people react to him, but besides the point. Besides we hearing unnecessarily music, I'm sure the council would like to hear what Duel as my Napoleonese friend. Oh wow. Surely you have an idea, because if not, it would be the death of your ill-informed argument. Exactly. The music box is clearly broken. Refuse to accept that fact is pure foolishness. Forgot me. I don't know the answer yet. Reno. I just examined the box very thoroughly. And I'm probably something that's not broken out. Really? Really? The way it's been made, and all I can produce a single note anyway. Thank you, Alice. Oh wait, music boxes are broken. It must mean the sound is producing some significance that isn't musical. Morse code, baby! Ah! Could be? Is that what these sounds are? Something's just struck me, Uno. I feel like I recently, in the past few hours even, have heard another sound very much like this one this music box makes. Yes, it's a very familiar sound. Actually, I was just thinking the same exact thing. I'm gonna have to press the defense for an answer. If your assertion that the sound produced by this music box is in fact not music at all, then why the devil is the council? Evidence we've seen so far. It's all pointing to one single answer now. The prosecution demands from a lone Napoleonese friend presents proof now. Potential proof to this layers wire speculation. Oh, Ivan. This could be the best chance I got to fight back in this trial. And if I'm right, it's gonna join all the dots together. Oh, shoot. I do. What? Because it is Morse code. But, like, I don't see anything that, like, points to it being the Morse code. I just checked for wiki. Oh. Examine. Oh. No. 10-year-old. Oh. Okay. That's what I need to look at. Today's paper council? The headline is pawnbroker pouches and pickpockets plunder. Highly support of your cause. No, my lord. Oh, yeah, further down. Mr. Mo, classified secrets may have been leaked overseas from Ministry of Justice. Yes, this is very serious, man. Being investigated by highest level, I understand. I've heard that international transmission along supposedly secure lines are somehow being intercepted and leaked into various other countries. And presumably, these transmissions are in form of wired telegrams? Of course. Jury number 5, your input, please. Stop. Oh, Miso? What's the matter? You took the code before, but you worked at the same communication station as Still Graydon, did you not? Yes, that's correct. And the particular station where you work deals with government communications and newspaper reports. Oh, yes. We're not even one of the mail communication station at all. Our work is extremely important. Then tell me, is this not a very familiar sound? You don't mean to say, is it? That's why, madam. It bears more than a passive resembling to the sound made by a telegraph machine as you tap. I believe it's called Morse code. But I don't believe it! Now correct me if I'm wrong, but when it comes to leaking telegrams from the government departments, there could be no one more perfect placed than a highly skilled communications officer. Oh, you suggesting that the music box sticks contains stolen government secrets and Morse code? Order, please everyone! Order, but this is high treason, council! Deserving of capital punishment! Too much new vocabulary. What is treason? What is this capital punishment? The so words I have expected you to know! Yeah, me too. Honestly, me too. For sovereign government, confidential information, hostile nations would surely pay almost any price. Yes, and on that night 2 months ago, was very negotiation was taking place inside the omnibus. But in the end, Mr. McGill perished, and all of the opponent decks laying unclaimed publicly. My lord! In which case, those who stole that information in the first place might have surely been beside himself with worry. Because if Adex would be discovered before it found its way out of the country, it would reveal an act of high treason punishable by death. So the Cobra had no choice but to retrieve it. And to do that, he would have to get an entry to the pawnbrokery illegally in the middle of the night. Because the alcohol left behind by Mr. McGill would incriminate him too much if he got into the wrong hands. Is that right, Mr. Graydon? You think I've been stealing government secrets? Preposterous! Absolutely preposterous! So in response to the defense accusation, you claim complete innocence, do you? This is where we can end stream. We can pick this up next time. But we're going on to the master do portion of stream. Bum 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 bum. Look at the Black Wolf Dragon. Yeah, I did one foam. I lost all my wins. I lost all my goodwill. Oh yeah, they did the percentage of car usage in Master Do. Lancia jumped up significantly. It's how it's the second most used car after Maxine. It took over Ash Blossom's spot being the second most used card. If I start saying how much Malice has won, I don't know what would. Okay, I was about to say if I'm being Lancia. Oh, I don't need 2 Ash Blossoms. That's a bit overkill. Oh, well, no, maybe I do need 2 Ash Blossoms. Shoot. One for my turn, one for their turn. So maybe that Lure of Darkness was great. Cool. Oh, I can't bet. Yeah. That's not a good spot for me to be in. Would likely. Oh yeah, this is really not a good spot for me to be in. Go ahead. This next draw is gonna be very important. Is this just like the anti-malice deck? Well, I'm fine with this. Ooh! Judge! It's like, I am getting some value right now. But I can't help it. Don't got too much plays. Unfortunately. I gotta do what I gotta do. Not attack directly. I can't attack directly, that's why. First piece effect. I swear, they're playing Malice. No. Oh, you can add fire monster if that's Spanish. But I'm gonna add that. Yeah, I can't attack or anything. Fortunately. Well, it's for voice of a tone. Annoying. Okay. Well, just gotta not take damage. That's simple. It's 100% how Mallet is supposed to be played. Do I have any? I do not. It'd be a bit foolish of me. You know what? Just in case if it's relevant. Tone and I feel like this is just trying to be. Well, I'm struggling against it. I mean, it's annoying. And maybe I just haven't been drawing for wild cards too. Okay. I can hope for the best and think of the worst. Might as well just try and swing. Well, that was again more annoying than anything else to play through. Okay, let's go first. Hopefully we don't get screwed. Hopefully we don't get screwed. Interesting hand. not good. You got something else? Cool. Well, I mean, I can't do shit. Maxine. And Lancia. And I'm only one if I can use these cards. You have a response. Okay, good. Lancia, Maxine, Fellas. Draw. Go ahead. I'm just gonna take it. I have no reason not to take it. Besides, not want to take damage, but $16 can count. You can get 0 cards from this, so. Go ahead. Play during my turn, so. I applaud you. Get to have Polly. I'm not getting live on FaceTime card, that's kind of on me a bit. Mute! I'm assuming for FaceTime cards, save a contact. much. Go ahead. Well, I got gold. I know what to be broke. Broke. Okay. Unfortunately, I really don't have a response to that. What? So we have contingency plans. Actually, drawing 2 right now is gonna be really good. Okay, I've used all the banishing effects. But I could have done this a bit differently. Oh well. Hold on, let me be smart. Hopefully I do not want to have time. It would be very silly of me to let that happen. When win some, effect. You really jump the gun by taking, mouse. I mean, I could just go to Power Dragon one now, but let's be smart. Honestly, I'm not. Knowing spell when you unable to malicious. We went around some. Spectrum. Dodge escape him. Dodge escape him. Well, let's check. I can get a trap. Can't use this twice. By God. Extra effect. Set. Okay. This case was bad. Cool. This game. Yep. G of freaking G. What am I mentioned? Oh, got a good chunk of them. I think that's gonna be all for tonight. So I'd like to thank you all for coming out. It's been fun, it's been a blast, it's been a real fun blast. Tomorrow will be more Guardians of the Galaxy. And then, there will be more Grey's Attorney Monday. So again, thank you all for coming out.